Hi guys, and welcome back to the Wolfpack. Today we are going to be bringing you the latest transfer rumours floating about with Wolves this week. I'm Henry from the Old Gold TV, as you probably already know. Before we get into the video, just make sure you subscribe to the channel if you do enjoy. That would be great. Push towards 4,500 soon would be excellent. Without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, so the obvious one we're just going to talk about to start with quickly. I don't want to go into too much detail because this isn't a transfer announcement video, this is a transfer rumours video, but earlier this week, Colombian centre-back Yerson Mosquera was announced to have signed for the club for the fee of around 4.5 million. I've been reading a little bit about him, and the recruitment team at Wolves think he's a gem and an absolute bargain at 4.5 million. So that's quite interesting, really. He's still young. He's fast. He's athletic. And he has a great attitude towards defending, according to the to Scott Sellers at Wolves. So that'll be interesting to see if he can do that in the Premier League, because he is viewed as a very exciting defender, especially in Colombia. But as I say, we won't go too much into that because it's a transfer rumours video. So we'll move on to our next sort of possible incoming, which is Ruben Semedo, who is the current Olympiacos Portuguese centre-back. He's quite aggressive in the defence, and it sounds like Olympiacos would be demanding about 8 to 10 million euros for him. So I think that would be quite a decent transfer for us. if you can get a defender with experience, a bit of aggression, for sort of that cheaper price, then I think you can't really go wrong, if you know what I mean. Another potential incoming is to do with the Spanish striker Diego Costa. Obviously, we all know him, we all know what he's about, so I don't need to speak about his playing style, but we know very aggressive and definitely could ruffle a few feathers if we did manage to get him amongst the defenders. He is getting on quite a bit now, and yes, it will be a free agent, but I'm not sure what his character's like in the dressing room. He strikes me as maybe a little bit disruptive. But I don't know. But we'll just have to see, especially if he's a free agent, which he is. It could definitely be a very good move with some experience and definitely some goals still in him. So I'll have to see what happens with that one. But some more news that came out, just a few hours ago. This morning, we're recording this later today. Was that Santos forward 19-year-old Kaio Jorge has been offered to Wolves, and we've put in a bid of £15 million, according to the Portuguese newspaper A Bola. And it'll be interesting what happens with that one. Obviously, he's a youngster. Not many people have heard of him. Only 19 years old, but he's definitely very promising. And from what I've read about him, he's very fast. He likes to play with his back to goal. He's quick on his feet. He scores goals, beats the defenders. So if you want to, you could almost draw comparisons to Neymar, and I don't want to get too excited too early because we haven't even signed him yet. But it'll definitely be interesting to see if he did come to the Premier League, because 50 million for a 19-year-old, it's a relatively big fee. So it will be interesting to see if we did come to the Premier League, could he deliver like he has done at Santos, and could he really prove himself to be a top level talent? That would be, as I say, very, very interesting. But one more 19-year-old that's also been rumoured to be coming to Wolves. We're in the early talks with Benfica regarding 19-year-old forward Goncalo Ramos. And I don't know much about him. If anyone does, drop it in the comments. As I say, with a lot of these players, I can't really comment because a lot of them are very young, not much experience, not much playing time, so you just don't know what they're going to be like. But I'm just here to bring you the rumours and not the playing styles. If they do end up signing, we will have a deeper look into them. But we've gone over the potential incomings, we could now look at the potential outgoings at Wolves. Okay, so the sort of First immediate one that's been brewing for a few weeks now is Rui Patricio. Apparently the deal to Roma is everything but done, with the fee being around £7 to £12 million. And apparently we're going to be bringing in Olympiacos Portuguese goalkeeper Jose Sá to replace him. So you could have a bit of a Portuguese Olympiacos duo there with Ruben Semedo and Jose Sá. That'd be interesting. But Jose Sá is very highly rated in Greece and in Portugal, and he's a very athletic and good shot stopper. So that would be good. If we could replace, if Rui is going to go, we need to replace him with some proper good goalkeeping experience, but also someone that can kick, because Rui was questionable at kicking. Definitely, that was definitely his weakest point, and he got beat at his near post too much. If we could improve on Rui with someone a little bit younger but still enough experience, that would be incredible. And to make actually profit on that transfer, if Rui was going to go for 12 and Sá was going to come in for 8 million, you know, that would be excellent. And another outgoing to do with another Portuguese player, to do another fairly old Portuguese player, João Moutinho. Apparently he's in early negotiations with his ex-club Porto over a potential return to them. And this is a transfer that I think I could definitely see happening. You know, go back to Porto, back to Portugal, and, you know, sort of end his career there, which would be good for him. You know, he's not quite been the levels that he has been previously for us this season, so I won't be surprised if that happens. But Wolves are said to be demanding the $5 million that they paid for him back, which is probably quite a fair transfer fee, because $5 million for João Moutinho back then, when you look back at it, is absolutely ridiculous. I mean, how cheap, I'm not sure how dodgy a deal that was, but that is ridiculously cheap. But there are all the rumours that we've had in the past few weeks. Would you like to see any of these players? Would you not? Anything you know about the players that, you know, I don't really know much about, drop it in the comments. But other than that, make sure to subscribe to the channel, like the video, and I will see you next time.